am Bonnie LaCourse, the marketing manager with Stanton Chase Boston. With me today, I do have Bill Brewer. Bill is a director over in our LA office. So, first things first, Bill, you are in sunny Los Angeles. Tell me, how are things going today?
Wonderful. Things are great. It's been a bit on the heat wave side of things here in Los Angeles, but barring the weather, things are opening up again. California is open for business, and it's awesome right now.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Absolutely. And I do know that you are the global practice leader for human resources. Tell me, what are your plans for the HR practice here at Stanton Chase?
Yeah, buddy, great question. I want to optimize the HR practice group to be the trusted consultants for our clients and our potential clients on their HR leadership needs. We get engaged all the time for CHRO roles and a lot of maybe lieutenants to the CHRO, these senior leaders within HR. You know, we already have a highly talented group of consultants in this space, and I just want to continue to grow that and optimize it.
Absolutely. And I know prior to joining Stanton Chase, you've been an HR leader in various companies. Tell me, how have you seen the HR practice change over time?
Wow, I got into human resources in the late 80s, not to age myself a bit, but definitely a heavy focus on administrative and compliance during that era. And it has shifted clearly to managing employee engagement, effectiveness, and strengthening the culture. Technology has helped shed a lot of those administrative processes and upgrade expertise within the HR function.
Right. No, absolutely. And, let me ask, we are coming out of the pandemic, and in the aftermath of everything that's happened over the past year or so, tell me, how do you envision practices such as hiring changing?
Yeah, it is a very challenging market right now, supply and demand, and companies are having a tough time recruiting people in. There are a lot of people that are also looking to make changes coming out of the pandemic. I think that's a little bit of a personal assessment of their work-life balance and what's important to them. I think the pandemic has caused a lot of people to really think about that. So you have a lot of professionals, whether it's at an executive level or right down to entry level people, but they're all thinking about, is this what I really want to be doing? Am I best using my talents? And so there is a heavy degree of thought out there of people leaving organizations, but there's a lot of turnover as we are reopening across the United States, around the world. Coming out of the pandemic, there is a great need for talent out there, and organizations are having a hard time with it right now. I think virtual, having employees work over this last year in a year plus in a virtual environment has really created a little bit of a dilemma for C-suite leaders as to, do we let people continue with that? Are we truly effective that way? I think there's concern around innovation by having people working virtually and not actually coming to the office as was happening pre-pandemic. Are we losing out on the innovation piece? And I know specifically Silicon Valley is struggling with that dilemma right now.
No, I can absolutely understand that as well. All right, so Bill, my last question here for you today. Let me start this off by saying that I do my research before these interviews, and word on the street is that you are a huge fan of baseball. So, I can assume safely that, like any true fan of baseball, you must be rooting for the Boston Red Sox, my home team. So, let me ask you, when was the last time you made your way over to Fenway?
I can answer that question, and I believe I'll be off maybe a year. I think it was May of 2017. I sat in Fenway Park for my first time and only time so far, but I love that park. What an incredible baseball experience that is at Fenway. And so in my closet, everybody knows I'm a huge Los Angeles Dodgers fan, but in my closet, I have one non-Dodger item up on the shelf. I actually just wore it the other day, and that is a Boston Red Sox baseball cap.
Nice. Absolutely. Way to go. Way to root for the home team.
So, yeah, they're perhaps my American League go-to.
There you go. I love to hear that.
A lot of respect for the Red Sox. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, Bill, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day today to share with us a little bit about what you've been able to do with the HR practice here at Stanton Chase, a little bit about what you plan to do with the HR function and where you see it going, but more importantly, about you.